world. Okay, I'm here today with a little studio update with what I've been coming up with and what has been coming out on the web store recently. First of all, now I have my 70s Ham Lolas, protos, whatever you like to call them, both of them ready and on the store. So let's start with this one. This is the Alpha Tipo 33. So the kit comes with a clear 0.5. Let's see if we can add a little light. Oh yeah, that's nicer. 0.5 thick PETG plastic, clear, helmet, roll cage, wing, and rear ends are all plastic parts that you have to assemble. You can see over there the rear wing and the little roll cage, not roll cage, the chassis, exhaust, rear of the transmission, and lights are sandwiching the body, and so it cruises and attaches through the wing this way. The roll cage attaches with 2 screws, and then the helmet here. And yeah, you know, I'm not a professional painter. I'm a pretty terrible painter, so I'm doing my best for those, but I think it looks really neat. So this one is slightly longer in the front than the Lola. The Lola is shorter and more stubby as well. So here you go. This is the Lola with the recessed parts behind the front wheels over there. I don't know if you can see clearly. Maybe this is too bright for the Lola. There is a little bit of details of vents in the front over there that have been recessed. Those as well. Over there the intakes, and then this is sloping in, and then you have the cockpit over there. At the rear you have the louvers, and you have the nice tunnel here for the air. Sorry, I need to focus better. Alright, and so this one similarly comes with the clear 0.5 thick plastic over here, and then the plastic parts that you get the super detailed engine with the air intakes over there. That is in one piece with the roll cage. This has 3 mounting screws. Then you have another intake over there that attaches with 1 screw, the helmet, and the 1 piece pretty significant rear wing. I've only mounted 2 of the 3 screws. This you can actually double side tape as well to the back, and then the back over there. And so I think those are going to look ace on the track if there can be a couple of them painted in, you know, silver, English green, racing green, and then just with creative liveries and paint job. I think this is going to be, could be a really cool class to run. It's in 98 wheelbase like all the bodies that I'm doing, so you can see this is my Atomic AMR rear wheel drive. I don't have any body posts or anything, so it's kind of swimming in the air right now, but this is what it would go for. You can go all the way to wider as well, wider offsets. This one looks really neat. This one you could go longer wheelbase. You could go to a LM, a 102 wheelbase easily, because you have a lot of open space at the back, and then the look at the rear is just phenomenal when you have all the working suspension and the chassis coming together. So I'm really happy with those bodies. I think they are pretty unique. I'm a fan of those old 70s shapes when things were just, you know, testing around and squarish and so on. So those are here, and you can check them out on the store. They're a little bit pricier than usually, just because of the amount of parts that are involved in it. And then next are my 2 GT buddies that I showed last time. I forgot if I showed the mold or the first test form, but I didn't have any painted ones, so now here you go. You have that touring car with super wide wheel wells over there, which is the SX Really pleased with the way this one came out. It is kind of a mix between performance body when I'm trying to get shapes for the downforce and then trying to make it look more like a what you'd have like a touring car GT or even in endurance racing. So the front is fairly aggressive, it's perfectly flat, I mean square, in order to have really a good downforce profile both in the front and in the center of the car, and then a super progressive slope over there, and then you have the hard wing that is catching up nicely over there. The total height is about 42, so this is once it's mounted on the body it's still going to be below 45. Super pleased with the way it came out, all the different shapes that are everywhere. Yeah, I'm really happy about this thing. I think the front looks really mean. I'm probably going to do much more involved liveries than what I have now. This is just the first test sticker sheets that I've done, but I think this one requires like a lot of stickers like my LMP. So that's number one, and then the number two is the SP. Of course, both of those are similar width and in 98 wheelbase. And so here you go, the SP, of course, highly, I didn't clean the inside of the window sticker, so sorry about the little mess here. Highly inspired, of course, by the Supra. The proportions, the roofline, the hoods are similar. The height of the window, the height of the hood compared to the wheelbase. The difference with the real thing is the nose and the rears are much shorter. I don't like to run very long nose on the car because it's gonna tend to be very annoying in cornering. And I was not trying to make a blueprint copy of the Supra, I was just making it to look like a Supra, so that's what I came up with. Same as this one, I have super widened wheel arches in the front and in the rear. You can see the front over here, you even have a little bit wider slope over here. It's got some little winglets, little spoilers here that could be painted in black. The headlights, a little scooping over there. You got a similar curved in roof line that goes all the way to the beginning of the back window, and then you have this really big rear plastic wing at the back mounted over there, and then the opening and the diffuser opening over there, which is pretty similar to that. So those are going to look like a good match, I think, on the track, both size wise and performance wise. You can see them that here on my MR once again. So you see it's 98 wheelbase. I think of course I don't have the body post on, but these are going to look really mean on the track, and it's really aggressive. I think this one is going to perform brilliantly. This one is a little bit taller. The body, both the cockpit parts and the wings are taller, so it's probably gonna have more roll. Might be a really good body for drifters as well because of that. So here you go with the two GTs that are now out and ready and available on my web store. And last but not least, two things. First of all, coming up extremely soon, I just need to finish the window masks, the new Reliant Robin version for my mini freewheeler chassis. So this is something that I had planned a long time ago for my 112 size. I had the buddies from Camtech and so on, and it just didn't come through. And I just like the idea of doing bangers and things like that, and I think with this chassis at this scale on the Novel track, that's gotta be brilliant. So it's here. The only difference with the B2B is just the height. Here I have poles to increase the height of the body post over there, and that's it. You could run very easily an LM wider rear end as well. Right now is the regular rear end that's over there. And yeah, that's it. It's simple, it's easy. The mold is really detailed. You have tail lights, license plates, the little lights for the little door hatch at the back, the doors, the door cut lines, intakes for the cabin, air intake over here. Gonna be some nice little stickers for inside there, and yeah, so this is my Reliant Robin. And the last thing that I posted today is the new version of both my classic minis. This is the Mephisto. I have redone the mold and I am questioning myself, do I get those with stickers or as is, because there is so much detail on the body now that I'm thinking this is up for paint job. So you can see now I have created those, you see, wheels and chains on both sides of the transmission over there. Of course this one will have to be cut for the actual spur gear, but you will still have all these that is going to be much more visible now that it's molded than just a sticker. The exhaust pipe is extended all the way to the top of the transmission over there. Then the chassis, the parts of the chassis have some rivets sticking out. The belts are now molded in with the belt buckles, you can see over there. I've changed the cab on the inside. I've removed the driver. I have now a steering wheel that is recessed inside. There will be separate model for drivers that will come later on, but at the moment I'm gonna sell them as is. And in the front I have reworked everything basically so it can be painted instead of using stickers. So you have the filler for the radiator, the whole shape around the radiator is now embossed, and then you have the grill recessed, and you even have a little hole here that you would have for the winding of the motor. The handbrake over there as well is redone, much more detailed than before. So this is for the Mephisto. And for the Silver Bee, not much has changed because the Silver Bee was pretty much nice with the details compared to the original Benzie that he was on. It's just crisper now that it is this type of mold instead of the handmade one. So the whole front end is a lot crisper. You can see around the grille, and those that are not actually headlights, those are air intakes over there. I've redone the steering as well. The steering wheel is more detailed. Similarly, I've removed the driver from here, and yep, so those are going to be later on the site. I still have the handmade versions that I'm getting with the current version of the classic minis. I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep getting the classic minis as a set with the original version buddies or those. I'm probably gonna switch to those and update some kind of a sticker sheet, or you know, those come with the masking tape on the inside as well when I provide them to people. Let me show you. When I give the buddy, they are not transparent, they come in white like that, and I'm keeping the sticker on the inside that you can actually cut as masking tape, which is already part of the plastic buddy. So this way you can do some really good sticker work or window masking or any kind of design that you want without having to buy some special material or play with tape too much. So well, let me know what you think for those classic minis, and I'll see what I do with the existing line that I have and the new buddies now. So that is it for today's little studio update. The lineup of the Gen 2 buddies is very close to an end. I am redoing the Gander NASCAR pickup truck. This is coming out, and there is one more GT car that is going to be coming out as well, which is you'll see, it's a two-door, it's kind of a proto Porsche style car. It's gonna be pretty cool. And so now the GT lineup is starting to be pretty substantial, as you can tell over there. So there's gonna be one more GT for that lineup. And yeah, so on that note, everybody stay safe, and I'll see you soon. Oh, I'll talk to you soon because I can't see anyone, I'm just talking to myself. I'll see my screen again very soon, and you'll be on the other side. So stay safe and see you soon. Bye bye.